Hi fellow crafters, welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Terri from nutsaboutsstamping.com. Today I have a very beautiful and very easy to create gift idea to share with you. I got this idea at Stampin' Up's recent onstage event and knew that it was a project that you'd want to see too. It uses the Painted Lavender stamp set, and what I really like about this idea is that you can adapt it for a variety of occasions that you have coming up. Shall we get started? You can use the Painted Lavender stamp set to stamp a simple bunch of lavender as a focal point, which is what we're going to be doing today. Or you can repeat the floral images to create a wildflower field as a background. The clear stamps make it easy to quickly align the images when stamping the flowers and greenery in two different colors, which is, again, what we're going to be doing today. For this project, we're going to have a layer of basic white cardstock, and what I want to do is use some of the background stamps in the Spotlight on Nature stamp set to create some visual interest on this layer. So I'm going to use my Pecan Pie ink pad, and I've got a scrap piece of grid paper underneath because I want to stamp off before I stamp on. I want my background to be really light because I'm going to be stamping on top of it. So I'll just do a few of these. And then I've got this splatter, and I'm going to fill in some of the white spots on this layer. Like so. The next thing I want to do is take one of the Hollyhock stamps and my Highland Heather ink, and I'm going to ink this up and stamp it down twice onto this layer. So I'll stamp once here, and then I'm going to stamp just a little bit on an angle, like so. Now I have the thinner Hollyhock stamp, and I'm going to make quite a contrast on top of the original by using my Blackberry Bliss ink. So basically what I want to do is just layer one of the Hollyhock thin ones on top of one of the Hollyhock thicker ones. I guess you can see from the video. Like so. Now what I want to do is take the butterfly stamp. There's actually two butterflies on the one stamp. And I am going to ink it up using Highland Heather and stamp it on an angle like so. Now what I want to do is add a phrase, and you'll know that the Painted Lavender stamp set doesn't come with any phrases at all. So I like this new Simply Said stamp set because it can be used for so many different occasions. And for this project, I'm going to use the Thinking of You, and I'm going to ink it up and stamp it down using Granny Apple Green. And I am going to stamp my phrase down towards the bottom of this layer, and you'll see why in a second. There we go. Now that I've got this layer almost complete, I want to add it to a layer of Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue to adhere these two layers together. And then I want to take this layer and I want to adhere it to a layer of Gorgeous Grape. All right, it's coming along really well. Now the next thing I want to do is to create a hole in the top left corner of this project element. Now I don't have a one-hole punch, but I do have a two-hole punch. So I'm going to cross my fingers that this will work. And it's not quite where I wanted it to be, but it's gonna have to suffice. Use a one-hole punch at home so you know exactly where your hole is going to be created. Now comes the really fun part. Because I used the Painted Lavender stamp set, I thought it would be really cool to attach a sachet of lavender to this project element, which is why I created the hole in the first place. So you can create your own sachet, or you can probably just purchase one locally. I'm sure they're not that expensive. It's probably a lot cheaper if you make your own. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread my ribbon through, and then I'm going to tie it in a knot, and that will attach the sachet of lavender to the element that has the lavender on it. Pretty cool, huh? And there we go. It looks so pretty. I just realized I've been calling these hollyhocks all along. The stamp set is Painted Lavender, so let's go with the fact that it's lavender and then attach a sachet of lavender, which makes a fantastic gift idea. One thing I didn't mention is you can change the phrase to suit the occasion you need. Now, the last thing I want to do is I want to use some of these fine purple shimmer gems to add a touch of shine to the project element. And there we go. My project is done. I have a quick question for you. Other than a little sachet of lavender, what other things can you think of that you could attach to this project element? Leave me a comment in the description box under this video so that we all can collect a bunch of different ideas for making this element at home with some different ideas for the attachment. If you would like a complete listing of the supplies that I used and the measurements for the layers, I will link to my blog article in the description box under this video. You can link over to my blog and get all the information you need, including the product ordering numbers, in case you want to order the products I used so that you can make this idea at home too. I'm Terri. I am nuts about stamping. I'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.